Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. I very welcome my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Hello, welcome back to Big Mouth, and you can keep this and any other conversation I ignite going over on my Twitter at Movies TV Mad, my Vero at Big Mouth 1, and the extension to this channel is my Instagram, Big Mouth. Hello, and welcome to Wednesday's very dull edition of the dceu Daily. Yes, this is Cyprus, where it's sunny days every day. Bikini-clad girls walk past and offer to sit on my lap. But not today, it's dull. The bikinis are in the wash. So I'm going to try and brighten your day up here on the dceu Daily. So I've decided to focus this video on our good friends at Collider. Now, we are at war. The movie consumer and the TV consumer are at war. That's both genders, all sexual preferences, people of colour, white people, everyone are at war with the studios, with the television networks, the TV stations, the movie studios. We're all on the same side. You may not think we are, but we are. Because a lot of us grew up with escapism, beautiful entertainment, and that's been swapped for watered-down characters, watered-down story development and character development, so they can further and forward their identity politics agenda. So that's one war we're fighting. The second war is to release the Snyder Cut. Yes, for 2 years, after we saw that Frankenstein's monster, which was mistakenly called Justice League, and we've been trying to get Zack Snyder's 3.5-hour movie version of Justice League to be released, it's been a war. Not just with Warner Brothers, but with their stormtroopers, the bloggers, the sites, the critics, the shills. It's not real. It doesn't exist. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, well, it may exist, but it's not completed. There's no music. There's no CGI. Zack Snyder says wrong. Well, now that Zack Snyder's told us, of course we're not going to say anything. But when these fans are aggressive towards us, why should we just bow down to them? Well, isn't it funny, Collider and the rest of you? How many things have you called us? Man babies, toxic, sexists, racists, or Russian bots? Well, we've been called everything. This is what you call propaganda against the people. This is where we are. We're the people, if you like, we're the socialists. And basically, studios and bloggers are these kind of authoritarian leaders trying to put fake propaganda about the people who are forwarding the truth. So I've got a great article here. It's not a great article, but it's funny. So this article was done 2 years ago. 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, Collider posted this. Now I want to go back to their Twitter header for this. Listen to this. Someone retweeted this yesterday. I thought I have to read this out in the dceu Daily. Because I'm actually a Collider virgin. I don't think I've ever read a Collider article on here. Maybe if you go on my homepage, you'll prove me wrong. But from now, I'm a Collider virgin, and I've been happy to be so for so long. Fans who don't understand how movie making works are demanding Zack Snyder's director's cut for Justice League. Now, don't forget, this was when Justice League was still in cinema. So this is going to be really funny. I haven't read it yet, so let's read it. Fans petition for a director's cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Failed. Oh, no, I've got to read this again. This is hilarious. Fans petition for a director's cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Failed to understand movie making. So we'll read this for a third time because this is brilliant. They're saying we know nothing about movie making. And of course, most of the cinema consumer don't. But here's the kind of thing. With the internet and everything, we all seem to know a little bit more than we used to. Because the industry have taught us what goes on. And now we have knowledge. The worst thing you want for your consumer is to know how you make chocolates, how you make the fruit pastels, how you make the hot chocolate, how you make your movies. But thanks to all your bonus features, we pretty much know. That's what's really funny. So I'm going to read this out again because this is hilarious. Don't forget, this is 2 years ago. Fans petition for a director's cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League fail to understand movie making. This is by Matt Goldberg. Oh, Matt Goldberg. Oh, yeah. Right, let's read this. This is really going to be funny. Sit down, grab your popcorn, because we're going to have a good laugh at Collider. And it's always great to have a good laugh at Collider, isn't it? Justice League had a bad weekend. It drastically underperformed at the box office, and its failure will likely cause Warner Brothers to reconsider its strategy for the DCEU movies, if they haven't already. It's also a massive failure because Warner Brothers basically made the film twice, once with original director Zack Snyder and then with Joss Whedon, was brought on and heavily reshot the film. Now, Snyder's fans want his cut of the movie, released along with the original score by composer Junkie XL, and in a lengthy screed punctuated by text in all caps. The surefire way to get people to take you seriously, basically, right, this was the petition. Do you remember when this petition had a lot of doubts about it? And there were fake signatures on it, right? So this is about, and basically Collider are making fun of the spelling. Should I tell you why the spelling and the all caps were there? You cruel fucks. It's because this was a guy, a foreign guy, who couldn't write or speak English, and he was just trying his best. But it's great, isn't it, to make fun of people with punctuation and writing difficulties because they don't know much English. Well done, Collider, you're so good. So the surefire way to get people to take you seriously. Anyway, a fan has posted an online petition asking Warner Bros. To release Snyder's director's cut and Junkie XL's score for a home release. To be fair, Warner Bros. Already kind of did this back with Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice when they released the Ultimate Edition, but this is completely different. No, it's not. Basically, the studio, Sugihara, forced Zack to cut his movie to shreds. So basically, a lot of the mainstream normies just didn't get it. I wasn't confused by the film, but you could tell that the guy had to squeeze it together and reduce the length, like they made Whedon do with Justice League. That's right. Anyway, right, we carry on. The petition operates under the assumption that Snyder's version is finished. Here we go. In the petition, the author writes about discarding Junkie XL's score in favour of the one by Danny Elfman. An odd move for a film that was already finished, much to the disappointment of the fans, myself included. Snyder's version wasn't finished. Listen, here we go. Snyder's version wasn't finished. We now know, of course, it is, but we'll carry on. There may have been a completed cut, but I'm willing to bet it was filled with unfinished VFX work because Warner Brothers wasn't going to pay money on VFX for a cut they weren't going to use. But what if they sacked him after he did all that? But to be in Collider's defense here, maybe it wasn't completed at the time. Maybe after all the shit hit the fans, Zack did do the VFX in his own studio. He's got his own studio at home. He is capable of doing this, and as Jason Momoa a few weeks ago alluded to and hinted to. So I'll be fair to Collider on that one. But now Zack has a completed 3.5-hour cut of his Justice League. Music, everything. No question about that. That's what I'm saying. In order for this cut to be released, Warner Brothers, who has already dumped a ton of money into the current cut of Justice League, would then need to spend more money to finish the VFX. This is the lie they were telling at the time. But to be fair, maybe VFX wasn't completed at the time. We don't know about that. And then release this director's cut just to the dying home video market. Is that true, DCEU Snyder fans? Is it a dying market? Is that why Batman v Superman is still doing well on DVD and Blu-ray sales? They say we know nothing about this industry. Bet more money to finish the VFX and then release this director's cut just to the dying home video market. But let's assume that this petition reaches its desired 75,000 signatures. And Warner Brothers goes insane. It goes insane. Oh, it's insane to release it, is it? And acquiesces to this petition. If each of those fans pays full price for the highest end version of this movie, 4K Blu-ray director's cut, the retailers are £30. The current price for the Wonder Woman 4K Blu-ray that not only pulled in, what's that, 2.5 million or 2,500? I'm not very good with numbers, to be honest, so I don't know what they're saying there. And that's before the studio splits the income with retailers and other participants. Basically, they're working out they're making an assumption how much it's going to make. Of course, you can't make assumptions like that. They don't know. So aside from this being impossible from a production standpoint and ridiculous from an economic standpoint, there are plenty of fans who think this is an actual possibility. I look forward to the next petition where they demand Snyder to be declared Emperor of Greenland. Remember, right? Remember this article. It's very, very important. I never noticed this article at the time. Just remember it. Let's go back and say what they said. I look forward to their next petition where they demand Snyder be declared Emperor of Greenland. Hey, I'm quite happy for Zach to be Emperor of Greenland. I'm sure Greenland would too. But anyway, it's them poking fun, putting down the most important element of the entertainment industry. Us, the money-paying consumer. Because they think, because they've got millions of subscribers on YouTube, because thousands and thousands follow them on Twitter, they are superior to us. Because they think they can make and break a movie, they think they're superior to us. But without our money, lads, there is no industry. So it is really, really funny. It just shows, that's all the article is, but it just shows what disrespectful jerkweeds these people are. And as I said on the top of this video, it's a war, everyone. It's a war between us, the studios, the television networks, the entertainment industry in general for so many different reasons, but the stormtroopers of these, Fortune 500 companies, these trillion-dollar kind of properties, are these bloggers. They are all on the same side. They are not our friends, but we keep on following them because we've got to the age where we want to know everything about what's going on a production of a TV show or on a production of a TV show or a production of a film, right? Because we can't just wait to see the film. So really, we're to blame as well as them because we keep on putting money in these people's pockets. They lie. They tell you a film like The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film they've ever seen. A lie. That's not their opinion. They are lying. They are lying because they have access and they want to keep access. It's you rub my hand and I'll rub yours even stronger. That's all it is. These people are corrupt. They have no respect for you, the film and TV consumer, the public. And this is proof. Now, when the Snyder Cut is released, and it will be released, let's read that again after I broke that theatrical cut of Justice League. So it's a really funny article, and I thought I'd just read it out to you. So basically, not much news, but a fan did post a picture of Clark and Lois, Henry Cavill and Amy Adams holding baby Bruce just outside the Wayne mansion. And Zack Snyder commented about it on Vero saying, so close. Basically, that's close to what he shot. Wow. So pretty exciting, but there's nothing really going on within the DCEU. You're all up to date. But what do you think of this Collider article? Does it prove what disrespectful little shills they are? Or are we the problem? Are we the toxic ones? Or are they? I think I know the answer to that. So please comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back for more DCEU Daily tomorrow.